Hello and good evening. Welcome to episode 10 of the Houn Show. We're glad you're with us tonight. It's been an interesting day. Chump at Chick-fil-A. Quite an event. People showing their support. People that we thought were not supporting him. Anyway, lots of good things. Well, lots of interesting things in the news. This looks like Speaker Johnson's having some problems. Um, but we'll get into all that. In our news section, but I wanted to cover a couple of other topics. So last night's show, we didn't have any audio issues. So yay! No audio issues. Thank God. We are still, making sure, trying to prevent that issue from happening on a live stream. We are live, so sometimes shit happens on a live stream and you can't help it. We're also working on a couple of other things. You may notice, you may not, but we are working on it. So I want to encourage everyone to like and follow the stream. Also, enable notifications on the channel because we do go live at kind of after the 9 p.m. on the weeknights. We definitely go live around 10 p.m. on Friday nights. And we do our special report on Friday nights where we discuss a specific topic that's been selected. And this week we're discussing the Bitcoin halving and what that means. And we're gonna explain it in kind of a different way, I think, than most people, or at least I've seen people explain, or even myself have explained it to others. And what we're gonna do is it's gonna kind of be I hate to say it, and I hope I don't bore you to death, but it's going to be kind of a math lesson, right? We're going to go through the monetary policy of Bitcoin, which has remained unchanged. It's I think the longest running financial system that has not had a change to its monetary policy in this amount of time since 2009. The monetary policy has not changed. So we'll be going through that math in kind of a way. I think it's going to be easy. Should be easy to understand. And at the end of it, once you've got an understanding of that, and you can watch the video over and over again. That's the beautiful thing, right, about the channel. So you can watch the video over as many times as you need. But I believe once you grasp that, it's a simple formula, and once you grasp that formula for which can be referred to as a monetary policy for Bitcoin, you'll understand what the halving is and why it occurs when it does. And you'll know when the next halving is coming, which typically is every 4 years. So you'll understand a little bit more about that. So we'll be covering that Friday night. We'll start live around 10 p.m. and we'll go through, like I said, we're putting together a presentation to kind of go through the math. Another thing too, and I should mention, we have a locals page. I know I've mentioned it in previous, but I'm gonna mention it every single time. But we do have a locals page. It's the hoonshow.locals.com. We'd appreciate you if you go over there. We do have some articles up, or a article, our first article that we've published on the site. It's free to read, and you can just check it out, see if it's something that's worth it to you. We hope it is. We'll be publishing more articles, and we'll also be putting exclusive video content up there that's only available on our locals community, along with the chat and stuff like that. And we also plan to do some polling on there to decide which subject matter we want to talk about. So we'll, maybe pick a couple of topics, maybe a couple, three, and you guys get to vote on which one we want to cover for an episode. So that's good thing. It's good things coming from there. So yeah, I mean, if you want to be a supporter and support this channel, it's on locals. It's just $3 a month to support us on locals and to become a supporter on locals. Of course, you can give more if you want to give more, but that's the minimum to become a supporter. 3 whole fiat dollars, as we say in Bitcoin world, maxi world. So, which is kind of interesting. Actually, some of the big financials starting to refer to it as fiat too. But anyway, so yeah, head on over there, check it out, read that free article. Most all the articles, I think all the articles that we're going to drop on there are going to be free to read. So, I mean, if you don't, just stay tuned. We'll have another article coming out tomorrow. But we do have an article published right now about truth being absolute. And it kind of goes into the importance of truth being absolute, and it's always a constant. It's something that cannot change just because you want it to. Truth is truth, and that's the bottom line, basically. So yeah, check out the article. Um, Give us a call. You can call into the live show, 762-268-1605. You could call into the live show. I'll take your call right here, and we'll put you on the stream, and we'll talk about whatever you'd like to talk about or discuss whatever you'd like to discuss. Um, if you want to schedule an appearance on the show and join me on the video here in the stream, send me an email, dixie.shank@protonmail.com. We can figure out when and what and how, all through email. So yeah, shoot me an email. We'll work it out. I mean, I'd love to have people, I'm wanting to have some people on. I've had a couple of people I thought lined up and they fell through in previous episodes, but it's only episode 10. So we got a ways to go, but we'll get there. And, but we want to encourage everyone to contact us. Let us know what you think, drop us an email, or if you want to set up an appearance, you want to be on the show, you got something you want to talk about, let us know. Send me an email. We'll work it out. But if email's not your thing and being on the stream, on camera and all this business is not your thing, call in. We can take your phone call on the show as well. And we can put you live on the stream and we can talk. We can talk about some stuff. I haven't had a call yet, so I'm not sure exactly. I know that once the call is made, I'm gonna have to pull one of my ears off here to answer the call and accept it, because I don't want to, spam that ringtone and all that shit into the stream. So I'll have it muted until I get you on the line. So yeah, give us a call. I mean, what do you got to lose? 762-268-1605. We'd be happy to talk to you. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on in the news. And so how we work the format here is what we do typically is we'll do basically three stories, three headlines that we've come across in the daily news. And this is across all types of news, independent journalists, some, website outlets, news outlets. So we kind of run the gambit, but we'll usually select 3 to 4 stories or what have you that's in the news cycle and kind of cover it here and maybe provide some commentary on it, or maybe not. Maybe we just read through the story and present it. We'll see. I mean, it just depends on the story, but we do curate those every day and put those together for our news report. So that's kind of where we're getting that stuff from, is we're pulling it from stuff that we've read, during the day, or stuff that we read maybe last night, but we didn't make it into the show last night. So that's usually how we pick our news things from day to day. And like I said, Friday nights we do a special deep dive or into a certain topic. And this Friday we're doing Bitcoin, the Bitcoin halving. We are a Bitcoin supporting channel. We do support Bitcoin. We do believe that it is the only asset worth owning, because all the other ones they can steal from you, and they have, and they will continue to steal from you. So Bitcoin, protect your wealth. Bitcoin. Gold, they'll just seize it if they want. It's already happened. Through executive order. They took everybody's gold. You had to turn it in, or if you tried to hoard it, you got arrested. So, yeah. Best asset is Bitcoin. Now let's talk about some news. So a few things going on in the news. Got some formatting issue with my presentation, but it looks like it's okay and I can read it. The article is Zelensky warns Russia has penetrated U.S. politics and basically wants to meet with Trump about his plan. And that's Zelensky right there, of course, with his hands out, just waiting for somebody to plop some money right in his hands so he can go and buy his buddy a yacht and an 8-ball of cocaine. Anyway, so President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine warned in an interview that Russian influence had pierced the American political system and rejected the idea, backed by allies of Donald Trump, that Ukraine could swiftly end the war just by making massive territorial concessions. That's interesting. Okay, so We got people, we're tired of giving you money for something that you're not going to win. You're leaving out also another big part of the story, which is we, the United States, well, when I say the United States, I don't necessarily mean the people of the United States. I'm talking about, the deep state, right? The government. Since what, the past 10 years, we've had CIA command centers running operations against Russia from Ukraine, in Ukraine. Can't imagine why Putin would want to go into eastern Ukraine when they're murdering native Russian people that just happened to live on the Ukrainian side of the border when the lines were drawn. Is it their fault? Can't imagine. Anyway, so Zelensky goes on and says that he had privately urged Trump through intermediaries to travel to Ukraine and that Trump had expressed interest but had not yet committed to making a trip. Zelensky said he was open to hearing Trump's proposals for the war while making clear he was highly skeptical. Here's the thing: this is a ploy. This is a hook, right? So Zelensky wants to get Trump to come over there, Trump to reveal his plan for peace to Zelensky, and then Zelensky can go to the media and tell his buddies in the media and his buddies in our Congress, this is Trump's plan, but this is unacceptable. We can't do this. And then the news cycle will be that Trump wants Ukraine to give this land away. Trump wants to, Ukraine to surrender to. I mean, that's what'll happen, and that's what this is about. Once Trump becomes president, it won't matter, right? We're not giving you any more money. You need to come to the table with Putin, and y'all need to work this out. Work it out. The deal is that we just give up our territories, and that's the idea behind it. Then it's a very primitive idea. That's a very primitive statement, Mr. Zelensky. Zelensky said in an interview with Axel Springer media outlets. Politico is owned by Axel Springer. So just keep that in mind. I like to try and keep that. I was going to take that out of this report, but I left it in because it's good to know who owns what, because they all kind of go back to the same 6 companies. Zelensky continued, I need very strong arguments. I don't need a fantastic idea. So I started sounding like Zelensky. I don't need fantastic idea. I need a real idea because people's lives are at stake. Well, no shit, asshole. Why didn't you sue for Pete's back when you had the chance before? And why did you let Boris Johnson talk you off? Basically talk you out of it. The former PM of England. Those comments came a day after, and this is very interesting. I left this in too. This doesn't have anything to do with. Well, I guess it does have to do with Ukraine, but David Cameron, the British Foreign Secretary and former UK Prime Minister, met with Trump at his Florida estate, in part to plead the case for supporting Ukraine, despite having denounced Trump in the past as a bigot. That's very interesting that these guys are going to Trump. They're smelling the blood in the water, right? And when I say blood in the water, I mean Biden losing and Trump becoming president again of the United States. And I think that's what's going to happen. And I think everybody's starting to recognize that. And you're going to start seeing, just like we saw back in 2016, if you recall, Trump announced that he was running for president, did his campaign. Everybody was saying, there's no way he can win. He'll never get the nomination. It's a joke. He's a joke. He's not going to get the nomination. Then he got the nomination. And then everybody's saying, well, there's no way he could beat Hillary. There's no way. It's never going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. He beat Hillary. And then right after he beat Hillary, all the, conservative Republicans started schmoozing up to him after he won. If you'll recall, that's what happened. They were all talking big shit about Trump. And then he won. And then they were like, holy shit. And they started kissing his ass. And then 2020 happened and they stole the election from him. And the rest is, as they say, history. So we appreciate everyone from YouTube. We're going to go ahead and drop the YouTube stream right now. I got a little ahead of myself. So I think I'm on the fence, man. I want to do the news on YouTube with you guys and cover these stories, but I have to also be mindful of YouTube's terms of service. So if you're watching YouTube right now and you're watching the stream, go down to the description and there's a link to our channel on Rumble, and you can watch on Rumble the whole stream, and we don't have to worry about my account getting banned, right? So head on over there. We're going to drop the stream. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a good evening, YouTube. We'll see you on Rumble.